Hi guys, this is Terry again from Aussie Diamond Painters. I'm upstairs now at my new drafting table that Santa Claus bought me. I am doing this painting up here, something with a bit of colour, my peacock. It's actually one of the first ones I got when I started diamond painting, and I had to put it away to do that big one for Mum and Dad for their anniversary. So I'm now getting back to it. Just get some drills in here. And I've also got the tag that I will keep carrying on with, so you can get to know me a little bit better. But it's really quite nice up here. I've got the air conditioning on and the door open. I don't know how much you can see because now you're behind me, but this is the view I have. And that's the water down there. It's quite a nice suburb. I actually grew up in this suburb, so you've got my daughter's boyfriend's washing there. But yeah, it's quite a nice view from up here. We're only on the first floor, so I can just imagine what it'd be like upstairs. I'll put you back here. This is a really good tripod, this one. See my kids' mess. I normally live downstairs. They live upstairs, and they're actually away for a few days. So this place is going to get a good clean before they come back. So you'll see things getting better and better in this room as the days go on. Besides my ironing, I'll set up my ironing up here. I've got a lot to do and it's air conditioned. So what's the temperature now? It's 31 and it's 1 o'clock. So I think it's going to get fairly warm today. This chair I'm sitting on is not a drafting chair. I'm getting that for my birthday. This is just like a bar chair, so it's not the most comfortable. So I'll probably be up and down a bit while I'm dotting away. I'll just get a few on and then I'll start the tag. You'll probably hear some vaping. I am a vapor. I was a fairly heavy cigarette smoker. I found vaping about 6 months ago, and I feel so much better since I started vaping compared to cigarettes. I can exercise more. I can walk up and down stairs better. I can talk for longer, things like that. So it's a lot better for me than cigarettes. I like that popping sound with the square diamonds. Oh, this is a 60 by 60, by the way, so it's not small. I like the way when you do squares, straightens up the squares that you've put in crooked as you go along. Okay, where are we with this tag? What is the most difficult thing you've done for love? I have been married twice, and I'm not a very good picker. My family say I don't pick the right people. But Becky and my second husband didn't get along at all. He was abusive to me, but not to her. But she wanted to go, and I knew I should go. So probably the hardest thing was moving out from him, or away from him, only because mainly financial reasons. I paid all my bills. I paid the bills for the household, but he, another income coming into the place never hurts, and it was hard to only be on one income, and having no one to fall back on. Like if the fridge gave in or something like that, there was only my income coming in. So there was a lot of things that, like if the fridge broke down or the washing machine broke down, it wasn't something that I had to, after we moved and I paid it, like your bond, which is 4 weeks rent. It's 6 weeks rent really. And as I've said before, rent's very expensive here. And after buying everything that I needed, from a fridge to a washing machine to, a unit full of furniture, not that we had much, I just made sure that Beck had what she needed. And because she was, teenager by that point, just made sure she had her bedroom and that sort of thing, and somewhere to sit in the lounge room to watch TV and things like that. Other than that, we just bought stuff as I could afford it, as we went along. Next one, I have no idea. What is the pettiest thing you've done to prove a point? Oh God, I have no idea. Pettiest thing you've done. I don't think I've done it, let alone the pettiest. I think I'll have to skip that one. What app do you use the most? I think for a lot of diamond painters it might be AliExpress. Especially with the Ever Moment paintings, that's about all I order right now from AliExpress, is Ever Moment. So yeah, probably AliExpress, and having a look at the tracking, see where they say it is compared to 17 track, I think it's called, is the other one I use for tracking. But since I stopped buying a lot of diamond paintings, I'm gone down to only buying one a fortnight and one every 2 weeks. I just want to get a stash up of Ever Moments or Colour Whisper at the moment I'm doing. Getting some cartoon character ones. Working on this drafting table is quite good. It'll be even better when I get the chair. I'm not really used to using it. This is probably the second time I've used it since I got it. So I don't like using it when the kids are around. That's my daughter and her boyfriend. I like to give them privacy. So I normally work downstairs, but since they're going to be away for a few days, I'll take advantage of it and do a bit. In August, I will be moving again. I'm sick of moving. I'm going to move somewhere where I'm likely to be able to stay for a few years. That's a problem with renting. You're moving all the time. But I'd like to find somewhere that I might be able to stay for a few years, set myself up, and I'll be able to, like leave stuff out unless somebody's coming around. I am going to have a craft room. So I'm going to get a 2-bedroom unit. It's around about the same price as just getting a 1-bedroom unit, so I may as well get the 2. And I can shut the door on the craft room when people come over, because I'm sure it's going to be a mess. I'm not the tidiest person in the world, but I like to know it's clean underneath. As long as it's clean underneath, I really don't care. I used to be a clean, tidy freak. But I think Beck cured me of that. And living with her and a boyfriend have cured me of that, I think. Otherwise I would have gone nuts. Because it's just like they leave their washing laying around, not the dirty stuff, the clean stuff. McDonald's containers and drink containers and glasses they use and things like that, which drive me absolutely bananas. But anyhow, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Otherwise this has been a total waste of time, but I think you can. Don't know how to zoom in. I'm using my iPhone 10 to record this, and I don't think you can zoom video. I haven't been able to find out how you do it. If you can, if anybody knows, I'd be grateful if you could just tell me. I'd love to know how to zoom in. This is about the closest I can get. Like, I'm sitting at the drafting table and the camera, I can reach it with my arm completely bent up, so it's not far away from me. And here she goes, she starts to ramble. Okay. How often do you skip breakfast? I know I shouldn't, but I do quite often. I should have breakfast every day, but I don't. I actually have a leg of lamb cooking at the moment, so I'll have a good dinner. I like to cook it slow for a long time, and then it just, you know, falls off the bone. So I'll make a leg of lamb tonight, for tonight and tomorrow, and then after tomorrow I will cut it up into dinner pieces or dinner lots of meat and stick it in the freezer. So then if I want a sandwich or another dinner out of it, I just go and get one from out of the freezer and off I go. And that's the way I roll when I'm on my own. Always cook a lot extra so that I can freeze it and have a few dinners out of it. Yeah, I can't wait to get the chair that goes with this. It needs a back on it. These are just like little bar chairs that don't have any back on it at all. And already it's starting to hurt my back, so I might have to stand up and do some in a minute. Okay. Describe yourself in a single sentence. Was good looking in days gone by. Was thin in days gone by. No. I'm fairly easygoing, easy to talk to. Some people say too much. Easy to talk to, I mean, because people are always calling me on the phone or whatever, just to chat about their problems and that sort of thing. Not outgoing in real life. I'm fairly shy, especially when you first meet me. It's not until I get to know you. And then there's no stopping me after that. But yeah. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, rate your fashion sense. 4? I like the things I like. I like to wear comfy stuff to work. I don't really follow fashion, but I buy what's in the shop, so I assume that that's what the fashion is, and that's the way I roll. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, rate your driving skills. Well, I would rate them at 10. Other people might rate them at 5. But yeah, some people say I'm too careful at times. And yeah. But I hate roundabouts. Cooking skills, rate from 1 to 10. I would say about a 7 or an 8. I used to do a lot of entertaining when I was married, but not so much now. The problem is when you leave your partner, a lot of the friends don't know what to do, so you lose a lot of friends when you split up. So yeah, so not as much entertainment as I used to do, but when I do, I think I'm a pretty good cook. Kisser, 1 to 10. Well, I've been told I'm a good kisser. Whether they were trying to impress me at the time, I have no idea. But that's what I've been told, so I'll believe them. One thing you know that you wish you had known as a kid. Oh, dear, oh dear. I wish I had known how much property would rise in the area where I was brought up. There was a couple of occasions in my late teens where I could have bought property very, very cheaply. But hindsight's 20/20, and I was having too much fun to be bogged down with the mortgage, so I didn't do it, and I certainly wish I had. Because those properties, like I would have bought a house next door to Mum and Dad's, and I think at that point it was selling for about $60,000, which is chicken feed compared to what you pay for a property now. Where Mum and Dad's house was, it's even gone up a lot since they sold. But you're looking at, for a house on that land, probably 1.8, 2 million. So things could be quite different financially for me now if I'd have bought that house next door to Mum and Dad's. You know, it was the worst house in the best street, so, and that's what they say you should buy. Even 60,000 was very cheap then, but the house was not the best. So now there's a duplex on it, which is like two two-story small houses. So if you had it and you didn't want to live in it, you could rent them out, and I'm sure you could get $500 or $600. Well, it'd be $600 plus, I would say, a week for each of them. So be living on Easy Street and could retire. You know, $1,400 a week would be very easy to live off. But anyway, as I said, hindsight is 20/20. Oh, it's getting nice and cool here now. I'll turn the air on. When making an entrance into a party, do you make your presence known? Do you slip in and look at someone you know? Do you sneak in quietly and find a safe place to roost? I think I'd slip in and find somebody I knew. I don't think I well, definitely wouldn't make a big entrance. But yeah, slip in, I think, and try and find somebody I knew and just park with them, roost with them, as they put it here. Which animals scare you the most and why? I'd say lions and tigers because they're big and fierce. I love them. I love to look at them. But I think they'd hurt me if I let them. get these couple. What are some of your bad habits? Eating too much. I used to be smoking cigarettes, but now I've gone to vaping. Yeah, I think if I gave up the chocolate, I'd be a lot better off. I'd lose a lot of weight, I would say, but it's my comfort food. It's very difficult to give up your comfort food. Wow, 26 minutes already. What are the top 3 qualities that draw you to someone new? Dear oh dear. Some people tell me I look for the bad boy, and that's why I've ended up with the husbands I have. Maybe that's true. I don't know. But a guy I've been going out with is only for a short time. I decided to tell him to leave me alone. He was very nice. I've known him for a fair while, before we started dating, if you could call it that. Dear oh dear. I think I look for the person who needs help, as in not financial help, but emotional help. I think that's what draws me to people, because I like helping people. And I don't know, I get used for that, I suppose. Like the guy I was seeing, it was a case of, you know, he kept saying he was coming over and he'd never show up. He wouldn't call. He wouldn't let me know he wasn't coming. I find that totally disrespectful. I know he was going through some stuff that I don't think I should talk about here. But still, I think if you say you're going somewhere, you either tell somebody that you're not going, or you just don't say that you'll be there. Like I stayed at home for 2 days because he kept saying he was coming over. So I just stayed at home, and in the end I just said, you know, if you're going to disrespect me like that, don't contact me until you learn how to respect people. So I don't want to live like that, and I'm sure a lot of people don't want to live like that. What I would actually like, and I don't know whether I've said this on the channel or not, is I don't think I want I'm definitely not getting married again. That's a definite. I'm not sure if I would live with somebody again, because I love my independence, and I love to do what I want to do. Like, I was going to go to the zoo today, but I decided not to because this is the first day the kids are away, and I thought I'd have a bit of fun diamond painting and cleaning and that sort of thing. And I might go tomorrow, but I really do like going to the zoo. But if I was with somebody and I said I was going to the zoo today, I would go to the zoo today. Whereas if, because I'm on my own, I decided that I would do it tomorrow. So if I get up in the morning and I feel like going, I'll go. If I don't, I don't. I suppose it depends on how much cleaning I get done today, which is not going to be much by the way I've been diamond painting this morning. So maybe I'll go to the zoo the next day, who knows. Oops. I'm glad there's a little lip down here. There's a little lip down the bottom of the drafting table that catches all the drills that I drop, so that's goodly. It's very goodly. Very goodly English. Oh, and that's one thing I can't stand, is since my daughter's been going out with this guy, it's use instead of YouTube and things like that. That drives me insane, and they know it does, so they do it all the time now. Anyway, that's life. What colour is your bedroom carpet? It's brown, but we rent, so. What did you do for your last birthday? Well, it's coming up again in a couple of days. Not much from memory. It wasn't a big birthday. I think my daughter took me out for dinner and with her boyfriend, and my parents showed up there, had cake, had dinner, had a cake, went home and probably did some craft. My birthdays are very exciting. Oops. Maybe I should have bought my arches tray up here too. Or maybe I should just get another one. So I'll have one for up here and one for downstairs. I was messaging that with Dearly Crafted earlier today. I think it was today or yesterday. She was saying that she had one, but when she ordered it, they didn't have a red one, so she might just have to get another one. It didn't have a red one or the deep purple, I think she said. So I'm not sure which one she would like to get, but I think she might be getting another one. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? Well, we didn't have Halloween at all when I was growing up. That is an American thing. They've only just started doing that in Australia the last few years. So that is a skip question. What did you want to be when you grew up? A policewoman. Always wanted to be a policewoman, but being vertically challenged as I am, as only being 5 foot tall, when I wanted to join, there was a height minimum of, I think it was 5'6" for women, and of course, even stretching as much as I could, there is no way I could reach 5'6". What do you call carbonated drinks? We call them soft drinks. I know you call them sodas in America. Not sure what you call them in the UK, but we call them soft drinks. What do you call it when rain falls while the sun is shining? It's a sun shower. I don't know that they're called anything different anywhere else. What do you consider unforgivable? Cheating. If you're talking relationships, if you're talking legalese, murder. Couldn't forgive anybody who murdered someone. I don't know how these women write to and marry murderers that are in prison. I have no idea. But that is what they do. And I cannot understand it for a minute. What do you do for a living? I am a computer business analyst. As I said earlier, or in another drill with me, we're putting in a new computer system, and I'm assisting with that at the moment. So we are classified as business analysts. Is there any item you collect? Well, I used to collect Swarovski crystal ornaments, like elephant and peacock and things like that. When I left my husband, I asked for them back because I forgot to take them with me. And when he did send them to me, but before he sent them to me, he broke off the elephant's nose thing, whatever you call it. He broke off the peacock's head, and all the other figurines that I had were broken in some way. So I no longer collect crystal figurines. I collected them for years. I was getting them for birthday and Christmas presents, and you know, if people couldn't figure out what to buy me, they knew that I would love a crystal figurine, so they used to get me one. So I had quite a few, and now I have none. As they're too hard to glue together, you can see where they've been broken. So whoops. Do you know how to pump your own gas? Yes. Petrol stations here won't pump it for you, so and we call it petrol, not gas. Gas to us is like gas for your oven. Some ovens are electric and some ovens are gas. So the stuff you put in your car is petrol. Petroleum. Are you a hoarder? My daughter says I am. But the only thing I hoard, if I am one, is craft stuff. I start a craft. I do it full on for a long time, and then I find something else and I do that full on, but then I might go back to the other one and do that full on again. So rather than throwing out what I've got to do a particular craft, I keep it because I know I'll use it again at one time or another. Like, I've got a lot of yarn, and with me moving on my own, I'm going to crochet a few throws for the lounge room. So instead of having to buy the yarn, I have yarn because I kept it. I didn't throw it out. I didn't sell it. I knew I was going to use it again. So I have started and do in front of the television. Whenever I'm in front of the television, I crochet as I watch. And it's the same with jewelry. I've got so much jewelry, it's not funny, but if I need something in particular to go with an outfit, I know I've got beads and the stuff to make earrings or necklace or whatever I need. So I just grab it out instead of having to buy it all again. It's sitting there in my storage cupboard, and I just go out there and get what I want and then do it. So I don't consider myself a hoarder as such. I don't collect like cardboard boxes or anything that comes with the diamond paintings. And at the moment I'm not keeping any beads from Hurricane. I'm throwing them out after I've done the paintings, and I'm only keeping the beads from Diamond Art Club and Ever Moment to put in my stash. So I don't think I would consider myself a hoarder by any stretch of the imagination, really, because I just throw out what I don't want anymore, and keep stuff that I'm sure that I will use. Like when we moved in here, I threw out a lot of stuff that I knew I wouldn't use again, and I'm not sorry I did, but it wasn't hard to do. I just went to the bin and threw it in the bin. I'm not one of these people that I collect plastic bags. That's only because I use them in my little garbage bin that I've got in my bedroom, so I reuse them and then they go out with the trash. I wouldn't call myself a hoarder, but my daughter does. Anyhow, Well, that's 45 minutes. I've enjoyed sitting here, but my back is just getting way too sore, so I'll just do this line and I might call it a day. I want to thank you for joining me, keeping me company while I diamond paint, and I'm sure that I will see you again. Whoops. I'm sure that I'll see you again very soon. Have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.